Intermediate English level for teachers and students. So for today, we are going to talk about zero and first conditionals, then after that, models of deduction and speculation. This is the syllabus for teachers and students. So let's get started, guys. Zero and first conditionals, meaning and use. We use the zero conditional to talk about things which always happen if a particular action takes place. These can be scientific facts or things we believe are always true. We can use if or when with the same meaning. We use the first conditional to talk about things which might happen if an action takes place. We use if for things which are likely to happen and when for things which are certain to happen. So form. Conditional sentences have two parts, the if and when part and the result main part. The two parts can come in any order. When we write, we don't use a comma when the main part comes first. Zero conditional. The zero conditional uses if and when plus present simple and present simple. First conditional. The first conditional uses if or when plus present simple and will plus infinitive. Do not forget without to. So you need to take a note. The zero conditional and time. We use the zero conditional to talk about things which are always true. We use the present tense, but we are talking about all time. It means past, present, and future. Take again the note, the first conditionals and modals. We can use modals instead of will in first conditional sentences. For instance, we can use may, might, can, or should. We use may or might in the main part to show we are less certain than will, should to give advice, and could for possibility. In spoken English, in the first conditional, we often use the short form double L in the main part instead of will. These short form can sometimes be difficult to hear, but it's important to include the double L sound. I'll, will. If you use the present tense in both parts, your sentence will sound like a zero conditional and it won't be grammatically correct. Models of deduction and speculation, present and past. Might, may, could, must, and can't. Meaning and use. We use the modal verbs might, may, could, must, and cannot for talking about what we think is possible or true in the present. We don't know for sure, so we make guesses and suggestions using the information that we have. Usually, you can use might, may, and could in the same way. We can also use might, may, and could for talking about what we consider was possible in the past. Might not, mightn't, and may not are used for talking about negative possibility. You know that. But couldn't is different. It means sometimes something is completely impossible. We use the modal verbs must and can't in the present and the past when we believe strongly that something is certain. So the form of the models of deduction is present positive, The present positive is might, may, could, must plus the infinitive of the verb be or another verb, or the continuous be plus verb plus ing gerund. Then present negative. The present negative is mightn't, may not, can't, couldn't plus the infinitive of the verb be or another verb, or the continuous be plus verb plus ing gerund. Let's talk about past positive. The past positive is might, may, could, must plus have plus been, or the past participle of another verb, or the continuous been plus verb plus ing gerund. Let's talk about past negative. The past negative is mightn't, may not, can't, couldn't plus have plus been, or the past participle of another verb, or the continuous been plus verb plus ing gerund. Take note about questions. We don't usually form questions about what is possible or true with might, may, or must. It is more common to use could or do you think, do you consider, and take note about can't and couldn't. We use can't have and could have in the same way. And take note about mustn't. We don't use mustn't to make guesses about what is possible or true. We use can't instead. So I hope you enjoyed learning. That's the end of this session.